How's it going, guys? Nick Nowak here, back for another video on the HSR. If you're new, welcome. Today we're gonna check back in with the cows. We have been all about sheep lately. I'm gonna go back over here, it's kind of windy. We've been all about the sheep lately since they're new. Haven't seen the cows in about 2-3 weeks, so give you guys an update on them. Everybody's faring well with the weather. We actually changed our feed a little bit. We're still feeding a third of a bale of alfalfa every single day, but our other feed, which I'll get to, we'll go over there and I'll show it to you. We actually changed to millet. But anyways, here's a few cows and calves. It's gonna be windy, so just bear with me. The calves are really growing, they're getting big. Here's one of the August born calves. He's probably the biggest one we've got. Let's go get this alfalfa unrolled. So what I do when I see the cows, usually they're up by the water tank or out by their feeder. I like to go get them and then make them follow me, you know, make them run a couple hundred feet just to get a little exercise so those calves get up and they're not just laying down all day. I think it really helps them out. You know, when they get to me and start eating alfalfa, they're all feeling fresh, feeling good, start kicking and bucking. They're blowing snot, which they're just kind of blowing stuff out, which I don't know if that helps, but I've came to realize I think it helps me, and I see a difference when I do it. So I drive a little bit of far away from the cows just to make them get out and go. Look at this alfalfa. How green it is. How many leaves are in there. Some good stuff. We'll go through here and count the calves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. We're still missing 3, so we'll go look and see if they're by the hay feeder. There's usually a couple calves eating on that millet. But I wanted to count for you guys so you guys can see the cows a little bit better. At 92, he's becoming pretty stout. This number 24 cow is slowly starting to become my favorite. I just like the size of her. She has a good bag. Medium frame cow. This black cow's about to run behind her. And just look at the size difference. I bet she's 300 pounds lighter than that black cow. I'm going to show you her calf real quick. If you can see, it's the same size as all the others, even though she's a smaller frame cow. Alright, so we just pulled up here to where my feeder's at. Don't get me wrong, all this feed in here, this was that old sedan that they didn't want to eat. I should have cleaned it out before we put this in there, but I didn't really want to. But what I'm going to do is make them clean it up. So we'll leave it out here for another day to where they have nothing else to eat besides this. They won't pick around as much. But if you can see, there's a lot of seeds here. The cows will eat it, they just don't prefer just the seed. Let me see if I can find a good chunk. So here is some of that millet stalk. You can tell it's a lot smaller, not as big. And here's some leaves to it here. Let me try to find a good leaf. Just small, nice leaves like this. It's not a great example because they ate all the good stuff already, but when we get back to the house I can show you guys a little bit of it in a bale. But anyways, we changed the millet for a couple reasons. I'm going to tell you guys in the truck here because it's so windy outside. So if you guys don't know, the FSA pays for trucking on feed. They've been doing that because of the drought, and they're still doing it this year, even though we had Our county average is around 21 inches around our area. We had 26 inches last year, so technically we're not really in a drought, but if they're gonna pay for trucking, I don't like using the FSA for stuff like that. First off, I'll just say that, but me not doing it isn't gonna help everybody else doing it. So if they're gonna offer it, even though I don't want to, you know, take a handout, I'm gonna use it because at the end of the day, this is a business and it would be stupid not to, just for my pride, basically. But kind of my thing is, you know, feed around here, you know, we get 20 to 25 inches of rain a year, usually 21. The last couple of years has been like 18. The feed quality is not as good. It's just not. And so if I can truck some feed in from 90 miles east where they're getting over 30 inches of rain, and the FSA pays for the trucking, and I can get the feed for a little bit less actually, because they make so much more feed up that way. Are you guys understanding what I'm trying to say here? Is it doesn't make sense for me to buy lower quality feed here, local. Don't get me wrong, if I can from my neighbor, I would have, but his nitrates are too high because of the drought. So the guy we bought the alfalfa from, he had some millet and we were needing another load of Sedan, and I've been looking around. The protein and the nitrates just wasn't where I wanted it for the couple guys that I talked to around this area. So I asked him, I never really knew about millet, did some research on it. You know, the protein's actually 9% protein on that millet. So it's actually pretty high, which I was pretty impressed by. And smaller stock, you know, for me, with the fall cow herd, it makes sense to have a smaller stock because those cows and the calves can utilize it better. So it just kind of made sense, and those cows ate it up. I filled that feeder not yesterday, but the day before morning. So hasn't even been three, I guess today would be right at 3 days, and they've eaten 3 full bales. They weighed 1,500 pounds, 4,500 pounds a bale. I bet there's 300 pounds of waste there that they've knocked off, you know, and stepped on. But at the end of the day, it kind of made sense for me, and I don't have to feed as much alfalfa because there's more protein in that, and those cows are going to get some more from that instead of, you know, your 5 to 7% protein in that Sedan. So if you're not reading me, sorry if that didn't make sense, but that's kind of my thought process on that. Is it makes sense to buy higher quality feed farther away if the FSA is going to pay for trucking. I'm not saying they're paying for everything. I think they pay for about 70%, but at the end of the day, I got a quote from a guy around Hayes to deliver it to my house, and that was just Sedan. It was like 6.8% protein. I think the nitrates were like 2,000, which was a little high, but it was still safe. And gosh, what was it? I think he wanted like 125 delivered. I got this millet delivered to my house, like I said, from Salina, better quality, 9% protein, 1,500 pound bales for I think 128. And that's after the FSA paid. So I paid $3 more to get it, but it's better quality. So I don't know, at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyways, that's a nice little talk about the cows. What I need to do now is go back to the ranch. There's a few things that we need to get done. We got to finish the rail car. I don't know if we're going to get to that today, but that is one thing on the list. So I'm going to brainstorm on my 4-minute drive home, because I usually plan out my days, but today I didn't because we had a rough night. Both my girls did not sleep the best. So anyways, we'll catch up with you guys at the ranch and we'll figure out what our next plan is. All right, we're going to grab this OSB and we're actually going to finish up that rail car. All right, y'all, so I brought 4 pieces. I don't think I'm gonna fit that top piece up there. No reason to, it's all metal. I'd just be wasting money doing that. So what I'm gonna do right now is move their feeder back outside. I'm just gonna set it right out here. And once we do that, I think I'm gonna put line this north wall and also this right here. I probably won't go up because I have all this I need to take down eventually, which we might get to today. We'll see what happens, but let's get started on this north side. I'm gonna take this piece I just cut, got a little bit of a gap over here. To complete the north wall. Okay, I also cut 2 smaller pieces for the top of that. Like I said, guys, these cuts aren't perfect. It doesn't really matter to me to look exactly perfect. I'm not a perfectionist. I don't want to be, because it makes everything take longer. And I'm doing it for the benefit of them, not for the look. But it's looking really good. Like I said, I'm gonna get this top up real quick before we call it a day. We're just gonna leave that right there just to block that wind. The whole north side's done. We've got the north bottom on that side. We have one more piece, but I'm gonna leave this one and then one more. I'm not gonna cover the south side yet. I don't know exactly what I want to do on that side yet. I have some ideas. Kind of my ideas is to kind of this whole entrance, not block it off, but make it so they don't come through here, but having 2 little entrances over there, and just having like a manhole right here to where I can use my truck to load out and stuff like that, but so I don't have to leave it all the way open, and it'll help keep the wind out of here. If I have maybe one of these sheets across the bottom of this, and then the 2 entrances on that side. But like I said, I don't know exactly what I want to do yet, so we're just gonna hold on and wait and see. You can see that little lamb chewing on some feed. I don't know if you guys can see. I'll try to zoom in, but pretty cute. Anyways, let's get this top done. Alright, y'all, we are done for now on this project. Both sides completed the top on half the rail car. It's completely done with the OSB. And then the north wall on that side. Next thing I need to do, which it won't be today because we're moving rooms around. I have to put the crib up for our youngest daughter, Prairie, because she is outgrown the little one by our bed. So we're moving a new crib into the bed. Anyways, next thing I need to do on this project though is take down all this wood, get all this taken down, and after that we should be close to being done on this project alone. So anyways guys, I'm not gonna move that feeder till I come check them tonight and fill up their water. I got a little bit of water left here. But anyways, I'm ending the video here. I hope you guys liked the recap on the cows, finishing up this project. Let me know what other projects you guys want to see, what animals do you want to see, what all you guys want to see going forward. So thanks again guys, I appreciate you. Catch you in the next one. Peace.